How's it? Today is June 17th. It is Big Friday. I'm trying to shift my perspective. Today was pretty good. I ended up snatching 103 for three singles. I clean and jerked, it says on this note here, 127. It's actually supposed to be 128, and I realized it after I did my second set at 127. So I actually did 127 twice and then 128 twice. And at that point, I was like, you know what? My upper body is fucking wrecked. So I decided to not do my front squats like normal. I'm the king of not doing my accessories on Fridays, I guess. I guess it's actually only Fridays because I do them typically on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Whatever the case is, 103, I think for any amount of reps above a single, any amount of sets above one set of one, I think is a PR. At least for that weight. I think the most amount that I've done for three singles is probably 100. And I most definitely have only done 103. I think one other time in my entire life. I don't usually do 103. 103 is not a weight that I usually am trying to push for. It's usually 100 or 105, and then if it's above 105, then it's whatever PR will give me one like a PR, so 106 or maybe 107. But 103 is just not a weight that I ever load, and I guess today is the day that I did load it. I made all three of them. I am trying my best to think about keeping my chest up on top of the bar, and then like extending through my legs. I think that's the biggest factor as to my recent improvements in snatch, and I don't plan to take any steps back. I am honestly a little bit nervous about how next week will go. I think next Monday is like 90, or sorry, 102 for like six singles or whatever, 5 to 6 singles, and then I think Friday is going to be 107. 102 for five singles is definitely a PR for the most of like heaviest I've done for five singles, and 107 for a single, like just a 1-1, will be an all-time PR. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, like today was pretty good as far as snatches go. Like I said, I think my cleans could definitely be a little bit better. I think I talked with Steve about it. He was saying that I am kind of pulling a little bit more with my arms than I should be, and I'm not letting the pull develop from my legs. That's my last warm up here, 98. um, yeah, so here's my first set. Chest up there. Not as good as it could have been. But yeah, I mean, like given the level of intensity, like percentage wise. Oh wait, yeah. So I ended up doing I believe I do three, I think. Huh? Is that right? Yeah, that should be right. Yeah, I definitely do three. Sorry, I didn't even remember that I missed that second one. Um, but yeah, this one's definitely the best one. I think my left arm does kind of not it does rebend. It's really hard to see. My head is most definitely just blocking everything. But as far as like extension goes, like I'm pretty happy with how that feels. It's a little bit pendulumy and like hip throwy, but it's really honestly hard to expect anything else just because of how heavy it is. After that, I moved to my clean and jerks. And again, I'm just trying to focus on keeping my chest up, but I think more so in the future, I should focus on extending through my legs and not letting my arms pull as hard. Because what happens is if I pull super hard with my arms, then the bar goes really high, and then it kind of just I'm unable to catch the bar properly, and then it just destroys my upper back. Um, like that was a really solid lift on just extension. Not super strong with pulling arms here. 120 here, and then this is my last warm up set, like quote unquote warm up set. Like I do that. That's like I said, I mentioned right. I do 127 twice and then 128 twice. This clean here at the 120, you can see the difference between this 120 and this 110. Bar goes height similarly in height, but I am like a little bit more scared to get under the bar, so I have to get under the bar sooner. Yeah, that right there. You see that? I'm like at the rock bottom, and the bar has definitely like at least an inch, maybe 2 inches of time to accelerate down. And I'm pretty happy with the way that jerks went today. My upper back is just like really dying. This is when I realized I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be do. Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be what I'm supposed to be doing. That's what I said. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it here. And then I looked at my phone, and then I was like, yeah, I definitely was supposed to be doing 128. Um, yeah, I mean, it's not the worst thing that I did. 2 reps here at 127. Relative to weight, like they feel identical. You know, that's what is 2.2 pounds. That was the best clean I think I did the whole day. Jerk was pretty good too. That little rock on my wrists was that's something I used to do all the time, like unintentionally. Same thing here happened. It was unintentional, but it allows me to get the bar further back over my center of gravity, so I don't have to be as far forward. So here's my 128. You see that like not being able to meet the bar at the correct height is really hurting my upper back. And then as I breathe in here, like I am struggling. And despite how difficult the clean was and how poor that dip was, that Tawny's Tawny's asking me if that hurt, and I'm like, yeah, it hurt. I am in pain. Um, but yeah, so like despite how poor that dip was and everything, the jerk looked like it came together very well, right? Oh, you see that big upper back rounding at the bottom. Same thing, you know, it's the same thing, but it looks different at the end result. And then similar thing here, slow dip. Um, it's giving me really like reminiscent of how I used to jerk, where like it felt like anytime I had a clean, I was always gonna make the jerk, regardless of what the situation was, how heavy it was, how shitty I felt. I'm listening to pain theme song because I'm in so much pain. Also, that song from Naruto is super. It I don't know. It motivates me a lot. It's very emotional. It's an emotional song, you know. And after that, I did some weighted pull-ups here by holding the bar between my legs on my toes. Um, and then finish off with my GHD sit-ups. Overall, like super happy again, right? With like 103 for 3 singles, 127 for 2 singles, 128 for 2 singles. All pretty positive for me. That's like a what is that? A 230 total, 231 total, which is used to be my best. You know, that's my best competition total, I think. Is that right? Whatever the case is, today was pretty good. Um, yeah, we'll see what happens next week. Thank you for watching. Shoots.